In essence, we're doing that A group, so those squats and shoulder taps every round at the beginning. And then we're moving through the 4 other boxes for AMRAP. And each round's gonna be 8 minutes. So the quicker you get through A, you have more potential rounds of the numbered blocks. But of course you wanna be able to hold yourself at a pace where you can stay constant and stay moving. But does that sound doable for everyone this morning?
Of course.
Okay, so I am gonna mute you guys and then we'll warm up and get started. But of course you can just unmute yourself if you have any questions and I will be able to hear you. So we will start with our warm up. Alrighty. So we'll start with the arms. Gonna do some nice big arm circles. And we'll switch directions. Good, switch arms. And switch directions again. So this is gonna be a little bit self-paced in that you're gonna be able to control your own intensity. We're all gonna be working for the 8 minutes, but we'll do swings in front of us. But how many rounds you technically get through will depend for you. We do have, since we're doing 100 reps of that A group, 5 blocks of that. So we wanna be able to pace ourselves. So that first round will probably be warming up, getting our body loose still. Second and third round is where you should feel your best. So you may get through that with a little bit of a clip, but you don't need to push yourself too far. We're working into our legs because you'll still have 2 more rounds of it. We're swinging side to side. And switch. Good, now we're gonna go front and back. Pull with those hip flexors as you go forward and then engage those glutes and hamstrings to swing back. Try and increase your range of motion a little bit. Good, we'll switch legs. Good, now we got 2 more movements. The first one we're gonna do is that hip hinge. So slight bend in your knees, and then you're just sticking your butt out, feeling those hamstrings lengthen, back stay straight. And we're coming up, squeezing, really warming up those hamstrings. We're doing about 8 here. Take them at whatever pace you need. Feel that stretch through your low back. Good, and we're gonna finish up with our squats. Feet shoulder width apart, weight in your heels, and we're squatting those legs parallel to the ground. Again, feeling those hips open up for you. Feel those quads start to fire a bit for you. And you guys will finish those ones out. You can do a little extra stretching. I'm gonna explain these exercises to you this first time around. So we're looking at the A block and that 1 block. So with the A block, which we'll do every round, we're doing just body weight squats. If you want to hold your dumbbell for that, by all means do it. But remember, we're doing 100 reps. So that may change your mind on that, but just squats, we're keeping those feet shoulder width apart. weight in our heels like we just worked on, and we're doing just 20 right here, body weight squats. That one you can maybe up the tempo a little bit, simple movement. Once you get comfortable and into it, think about holding resistance in your inner thighs, not letting your knees cave in. After we do those squats, we're gonna hit the ground and do shoulder taps in our high plank position. So we'll have our hands under our shoulders and we're gonna rotate side to side. So you're gonna do 20 taps on each shoulder. If you need, you can definitely take the modification down on your knees here, but what I want you guys to do is just lower your knees from that plank so your hips will drop forward just a bit to get that core engagement. We're not back up mostly in tabletop, our hips are dropped, so our core is engaged. So you'll get through those 20 shoulder taps as quick as you can. Then we're gonna grab your dumbbell. You can either use one dumbbell or two, both going through this, but we're gonna do our kettlebell swings, our dumbbells, since we have dumbbells, which remember are more of a hinge movement. So holding our weight, we're gonna hinge, weight in our heel, dumbbell's gonna kind of go behind your legs almost, and then you'll snap those glutes and hamstrings to swing that dumbbell 20 times. Then we're gonna move into 20 leg lifts with a crunch. So for this, we'll go back on our back, legs will go straight out. We're gonna lift, lower, nice and in control. Once those legs hit the ground and your body's stable, then we're gonna crunch up, back, lift, lower, crunch. What I don't want you to do on that one is use momentum. So when your legs swing down, you just let your core come with. I want those legs down, you stable on the ground, both upper and lower body, and then you crunch. So you engage the abdomen. And then that final 20 reps we're gonna do in that first round is bent over rows. So we'll have both dumbbells here. Palms are gonna face each other. Again, hinged at the hips, slight bend in the knees. Elbows stay nice and tight to your body. And we're gonna just row back, squeezing those shoulder blades. 20 reps. So get through each of those exercises as quick as you can. Then we flip over to that box one where we're gonna go through the 3 exercises as long as that 8 minutes lasts. First exercise, burpees. You can use your chair here if you need and take it whatever intensity you need. If jumping's too much on your knees or feet, then you can just go down, even if it's against your chair, against it, legs out, step or jump, legs in, stand up and jump if you need, but we're just going back and forth here. If you can do it against the floor. You'll do 8 reps of those. Then we're grabbing our dumbbells, 10 bicep curls, shoulders back and down, elbows in tight, and just doing 10 bicep curls in controlled. And then our final exercise is triangles, which I may have done with you guys, but it may be new. So you just need 1 dumbbell for this. And what you're gonna do is hold that dumbbell overhead sturdy. So if it's in our right hand, what we're doing then is working our right oblique. So we're gonna turn our feet just a little to the left. They'll be about shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna take your left hand and just think about sliding it along the entirety of that left leg. So it's kind of like that triangle movement in yoga. So we're really thinking of working that oblique where that weight's above head. So your elbow should be locked out. That should be steady above your head as you do 6 on each side there. So we'll repeat those 3 exercises as many times as we can get through until the 8 minutes expires, okay? So we're gonna start with the 20. So my timing may get off from your timing, but we're just working for those 8 minutes, pushing ourselves as hard as we can, then we're gonna have recovery, okay? So after you get through that 20, then it's AMRAP for that box 1. But we are gonna hit it and get after it here this morning. We've got lots of that group A. In total, we'll end up doing 100 reps of each. So we should be feeling it tomorrow. But I'm setting the timer for 8 minutes. You can see it in the back screen, and I will gauge you guys for how long we have and all that good stuff. But we are starting here. So we've got 20 body weight squats, just like we talked about. And you're moving here at a tempo that feels comfortable for you, that you feel you can maintain through this. Especially this first round may feel a little bit slower. Our body, I mean, we've warmed up a little, but our blood isn't flowing. It may feel a little bit tight in places. Weight stays in your heels here. When you finish those squats, you're right away moving into your shoulder taps. 20 taps each shoulder. Butt stays down. Keep working. You're still just really working through that warm up. In that plank, if you think about pushing through your heels, you will feel more engagement in your quads, which may take some tension off of that plank feeling in your shoulders. So we really are engaging those feet. After that, we're picking up our dumbbell. You can do both hands. The weight will just go more outside of your legs than in between, but you can definitely do dumbbell swings with just one. Remember, this is a leg exercise. Snap those glutes and hamstrings. Done with that, we hit the floor. We have leg lifts into crunch. Part of the movement I want you to focus on with the leg lift is lowering. That's where we're working against gravity. And you should really feel the movement at the end of that. Keep working through these. You should feel that lower core engage when those legs are close to the ground. And then I want you to fire that upper core to get you to do the sit-up. Good. Last exercise are those bent over rows. For these, when you row, when you get there, I want you to think about those elbows sliding more towards your rib cage than necessarily like your armpit. That's gonna keep us engaged in those lats more so than in our traps. Shoulders are gonna stay back here. We're not rounding out towards our front. Good, when you finish those rows, we're hitting burpees and moving through that cycle as many times as we can. We've got 3 minutes left here. Again, taking whatever variation you need. If it's against the chair, by all means take that. If it's doing more stepping out than jumping out, take that. But you've got 8 burpees, bicep curls, on the bicep curls, at the bottom of them, I want you to really extend your elbows all the way down and feel that weight heavy. Sometimes we go about 3/4 down and don't get full utilization of our biceps. Straighten those arms out. Increase that. You'll keep one weight in your hand, and we've got triangles 6 each side. Hold that weight steady over my hand. Turn my feet a little bit to the left. And I'm gonna try and keep my left leg as straight as I can, with my right knee being able to bend. I should definitely feel this along your whole side body. That weight needs to stay stable overhead. Your elbow will be locked out for this exercise. We have 50 seconds left. Good. Keep working here. You've got a recovery coming. Push yourself. Last 20 seconds. Get those reps in wherever you can. Good, and relax. Block 1 done. We've got 4 more rounds. Grab some water. We're gonna take about 2 minutes here to recover before we hit block A again. So same deal, 20 reps, squat, shoulders taps, dumbbell swings, you know, those. Then we're moving into group 2. So while you guys recover, I'm gonna explain that. Group 2, all exercises incorporate our chair. So bring that where it's accessible. You have a bench. All of these will work in ottoman, whatever you have on hand. Even if you just have a staircase to use, that will work. So first exercise is gonna be chair hops. So we're gonna get into our high plank position, basically on the chair, hips are down. But then what we're gonna do is hop back and forth to the side of the chair. We'll do 10 hops each side there. Then we're gonna flip over, tricep dips. Hands are on the edge. Walk ourselves out up into tabletop, and then movement through those shoulders and elbows, burning the back of our arms for those tricep dips. 10 of those, and then we're gonna do pistol squats, which I think you guys have worked on. But a pistol squat is basically a one-legged squat. So get to where you know you can sit on your chair without missing, but then we'll stand and we'll work our right leg first. So I'm gonna lift my left leg out in front of me. And what I'm gonna do is nice and slow and in control with one leg is lower into my chair. So it really is isolating that leg. Now, if you can, we're gonna stand up, again, in control on that right leg. You may need both legs to stand up, that's okay. The goal here is one leg as we lower. We'll do 5 reps, each leg, nice and slow. Again, we find ourselves working against gravity, but we are controlling as we lower in that one leg. Alrighty, so we're off again, starting with those 20 reps. You may feel yourself able to pick up the pace here. You're starting to get more comfortable with the exercises. You have expectations of what the round feels like. So we start again right now, 20 reps of the 5 exercises. There's not tons of cardio incorporated into this. There's endurance of muscles and us trying to get through these 100 reps, but you can control that heart rate cardio aspect by increasing your work in the time. So if you increase your squats and do them in a shorter amount of time, you're gonna feel your heart rate elevate. Make sure you're maintaining your range of motion. We shouldn't feel extremely fatigued yet, but as we get moving, we'll wanna not take that squat all the way down, but we need to. Hands under shoulders for those shoulder taps. As you go to tap your shoulder, I want you to think about engaging your core to keep you from wobbling too much side to side. Then we get back into our kettlebell swings. Again, know I've said it, but make this a leg exercise. Draw your attention to your glutes and your hamstrings snapping forward for you to move that weight. Your shoulders aren't doing the work. These leg lifts kind of slow down this 20, but I want you to stay cognizant that you're using your core on both ends. You're not trying to use momentum. Use this time as an active recovery. Catch your breath while you're doing something. As you sit back from your crunch, again, control it. You'll want to work, you'll want to just plop backwards, but you work to lay yourself back, controlled. Let me finish those up. Bent over rows, then we're jumping into our chair exercises here. Chest big and broad. Pretend like you're squeezing a pencil between those shoulder blades at the bottom of them. Dragging your elbows close to your ribs, not up towards your armpits, to keep the work in your lats. Good, find your chair when that time comes. Hop in side to side. This is gonna increase that cardio, of course, because we're jumping, but feel your obliques fire side to side. That's what's bringing your legs there. We have 2.5 minutes left of work. Try and get through this 2 times. In that hop, I want you to think about keeping yourself in your plank position. Your feet will want to come closer and you kind of are hopping in tabletop, but keep that butt down. I know tricep dips can be a little bit hard on your shoulders. Take whatever range of motion's comfortable. If that puts too much pressure, then just do tricep extensions with a dumbbell above your head. We're working the same muscle group, just not with body weight, with a dumbbell. Then we're moving into pistol squats. Again, you control the pace you lower. If you can come up on that one leg, do it. Increasing the work on that. This one takes a little bit of trust in yourself, but I know you guys are capable. That chair's gonna be under you. It's not gonna move. You guys are strong. Good. Flipping over on that chair, we got hops. "30 seconds. Continue to work. Last 10. Good work. Relax. Finish up what you're on. And then we're recovering. We got a couple minutes. Catch your breath. I know my heart rate's not that high, but I'm starting to feel fatigue in my muscles from repeatedly working them. Grab your water. I'm gonna explain our next group of exercises here. We've got skater jumps. A little touch of cardio in there. You guys know the drill to these. We're hopping back and forth. If you want to stay low in your legs and touch the ground, do that. You're going to feel a little bit more burn in your legs doing that. Then we're doing half kneeling shoulder press. So for this, we'll need 1 dumbbell And what we're gonna do is get into our half kneel position. So one leg's up, one's down, and we're gonna put the weight in our opposite shoulder, but I want you to push your hips forward. That's gonna engage glutes and core at the same time. And from here, we're staying really steady and upright and just pushing off one shoulder, 8 reps, switching sides. What I don't want you guys to do is try and compensate by leaning over. That's where we get that core engagement. Pull our ribs in. Lift your belly button into your spine. Stay upright. Isolate that shoulder. Final exercise this time, around the world lunges. We're gonna burn those legs out here. What you're gonna do is think about working one leg at a time. First movement, right leg, we lunge forward. Push back into center, right leg, lunge out, push back into center, right leg, step back, push back into center. So you're going forward, out, in. 4 at each spot. So 4 of that half circle on the right leg, same deal on the left. Keep it even. Forward, out, back. You guys know you can increase your intensity by holding a weight in that. Feel steady again in your core for those. That's what's holding you stable during that, keeping you from rocking. When you go forward and back, keep your feet shoulder width apart. You're not on a tightrope. That's gonna keep you balanced. We've got 8 minutes again. You know the drill, 20 reps, that first side. Then we busted out those 3 exercises. We got this, ladies. Let's start. We can really push ourselves this round. Once we get through this, we're more than halfway through. Try and get through this round quicker. Stay in control of your body. But no, you can push it right now. Legs get parallel to the floor. We're not cutting ourselves short with high amounts of reps. To the ground, we hit shoulder taps, hands under shoulders, butt down. Push through your heels, engage those quads. Here you can increase your intensity by increasing the rate at which you tap your shoulders. Trust yourself that you can hold yourself up, that you can move quickly between those taps. Then you move into dumbbell swings. Feel strong in these. These are a powerful movement. Our legs are our biggest, most powerful muscles in most of our bodies. Let's treat them like that. Let's use them like that. We got this. Leg lifts to crunch. Keep working. Feel that core working for you on all ends of this movement, really. As you lower those legs, as you lift your upper body, as you lower your legs, or lower your upper body, lift your legs. When you're done with those, we hop up, bent over rows. Hinge at the hips, slight bend in the knees. Elbows tight to those ribs. Feel your back working for you. I don't want you to get too high up here and feel your traps into your neck. Feel this kind of in your upper back to mid back. Good work, ladies. We have 3.5 minutes left here. Increase your intensity where you need it. If you need more from this workout, take more. Push yourself. You've got skaters. Great place to control your intensity. After skaters, we have half kneeling presses. Ten hops each side, 8 presses each side. On those presses, I felt myself leaning a little bit. I had to cue myself to engage that core. Keep me upright. That's what those muscles are there for. Then we finish with around the world lunges. I'm up in my workout here. I'm adding weight, holding it just below my chin. You got this. After that, you move into around the world lunges. Working one leg at a time at each of those 3 positions. Whatever leg is moving, when you go to return to center, I want you to think about pushing off that leg. So right now I'm moving my left leg, and that's a leg that's doing the work for me. As I go out, I push off that outer edge of my foot to return to center. A minute left. Push yourself here. See what you can get through. We got this. 40 seconds. Last 20. Whatever we start here, we're finishing. Keep working. Good work. Finish up those shoulder presses that you're on. I'm gonna do 2 reps on my left leg. Then we'll recover. And we're hitting our last hard round. That last 8-minute round. You guys have probably about 13, 12 minutes more of work. You got this. You should start to feel fatigued by this point. I know I'm breathing a little bit harder. My heart rate is up. So while you get your water, I'll explain those last exercises. You know the drill on A. We've done it now. We're starting with kneeling rainbows. Both knees are on the ground. In this position though, I want your hips pushed forward. Engage those glutes. Feel that core pulling your hips forward. We're not sitting back, we're forward. Weights are even with our hip line, palms out. And we rainbow up and down. That's 1, up and down. 2, we go to 10. From there, we want to keep our weights close, but we're gonna lie on our back. And what we're gonna do is put our knees into tabletop, and then what you're gonna do, one at a time, is go and tap your toe to the floor and bring it back. Toe to the floor and bring it back. Now, the farther you go away with the toe tap, the more intense that workout will be for you. Obviously, we're aiming core there. I don't know why I got up. I need to stay on the ground. After you finish your toe taps, 10 on each side, what we're gonna do is grab our weights, and we've got chest flies. So we'll have a slight bend in our arms, and then we're just gonna bring to the center of our chest. Feel that chest muscles, those pecs, contract, really squeeze as you come together, but then feel them stretch as you pull apart. Now I'm gonna give you the option here to hold a glute bridge. You don't need to do a glute bridge every time, but do a little isometric hold of those glutes. Push them that round. Nothing really cardio oriented there. Maybe we get through more rounds. Push our muscles to the max here. We've got this, and then we have last 20 reps of that A squat. So we have 8 more minutes of work right here. Let's do it and start. Continue to push yourselves. You guys have done a lot so far, a lot of reps. Pushing, taxing your same muscles. You got this. Boom, shoulder taps. Butt stays down. We're starting to feel fatigued. So we want to break that form. Stay consistent, stay steady. Whew, I felt those ones. We get up for kettlebell swings. I know I'd be a dead horse, but now that we're feeling fatigued, we need to tap into those strong muscles. If you've been making this a shoulder workout, your shoulders should feel dead. Use those legs. Keep it moving. I'm trying to move with a little better clip here. It's hard to do that. on these leg raises, but we're doing what we can. Keep going. Finishing up with bent over rows. We're not sacrificing form, especially not at this point. We've stayed steady in our movements. Continue to do that. If the dumbbells you have at home seem a little bit heavy, to do 10 of these, which may be the case, these are tough, then you can just do kneeling front raises with one dumbbell. Take it where you need it. Finish out those rows. We got this. We have 3.5 minutes. My arms are feeling these. But remember, we're holding those hips forward, glutes engaged, core engaged to isolate those arms. Keep working. After those rainbows, we have those toe taps. Remember, the farther you tap your toes away, the more intense it'll be for you. One at a time. You're holding those legs up in tabletop. I keep doing that, dang it. And after that, you can stay down for chest flies. I'm gonna hold that glute bridge. If you do that, your weight's gonna stay in your heels. Keep working here, ladies. Ten chest flies. Back to the top. Feel that core stretch out, but you are controlling it when you lower your leg. That's what you should be feeling, especially if those legs are going farther away. You're increasing the lever arm. So what you're doing is increasing the tension under those abs as you're working. 1 minute, let's do this. Come on, ladies. 45 seconds. Burn something out here. You got this. If you get to those leg extensions and they felt a little, or toe touches and they felt a little easy for you, hold your upper body up in a crunch position. Last 10. Finish up what you're on. You got it. Good work. Relax, but finish up those chest flies if you're on them. Those touches, whatever you're on. That was the hardest of it. We've done 80 reps of that block A. We're finishing up. Grab a drink. We've got a quick recovery here. I'll give you guys about 40 seconds to finish up what you're on. Grab a drink of water. And then we're hitting that last 20 reps of that A block, finishing out that 100. You got it. These reps won't feel like a piece of cake, but compared to the total reps we've done, should be a piece of cake for you. We've done 80 reps of squats, not including all the other leg work we've done with lunges and burpees and pistol squats. This is nothing. We're going in 3, 2, 1, go. 20 squats, 20 shoulder taps, 20 dumbbell swings, leg lifts, and rows, and we're done. Push yourself. But don't let yourself cut any corners here. Squat deeply. Hold your plank with your butt down. Fire your hips. Those planks should feel difficult. Your shoulders are fatigued. I was feeling my core firing when I tap. It shouldn't be easy. Here at the end, dumbbell swings. You guys know the drill on this. I won't repeat myself up this time. Feel strong. Feel confident in your movements and what your body can do. This isn't everyday things, but you can get through this so you know you can do the everyday tasks. Carrying groceries, getting ourselves up off the couch, doing the above and beyond things, carrying rocks in your garden, moving heavy things. Leg lifts. You got this. You've got like 1% of your total workout left. Make that part count. Good. Feel strong in your core. Finish out with those bent over rows. Think of lats pulling. You guys are in that home stretch, the very last bit. Finish out strong. You have got it. I'll stretch you out in a bit. I'm gonna let you guys finish up. I know you're still working. I can kind of see from a distance, but I hope you guys realize what you did today. You just did 100 squats. You may not do that even in a week of time. That's a lot. 100 dumbbell swings is a lot. You guys are capable of, I think, way more than we often give ourselves credit for, and maybe it's easier to see it when it's broken down in these 20 reps, but that was a tough workout, really tough on our muscle system more so than our cardio system and getting that heart rate up, but probably still burn tons of calories working our muscles to the capacity we did. So we'll grab a quick drink of water if you need it, then we're gonna stretch you out. I think we're just gonna do some standing stretching today, basic stuff, but then we'll get on with our Monday. So we'll meet back, start with our arms, arm across that body. Good. We'll switch sides. Excellent. We're gonna go up and over, stretch those triceps. We worked them today. Thinking there's a muscle we didn't work. There isn't a muscle we didn't work. We'll switch arms. Good work. What we're gonna do is lace your fingers behind your back, push the palms of your hands down, pull those shoulders back, look up, stretch out that chest, those shoulders. Good. Now we'll take our hands in front of us, lace your fingers, push your palms up towards the ceiling. Do some twists here. Feel that stretch in your side body. We definitely worked that today. Feel the stretch in your core. Tons of work today. That gets tons of work with every workout though. Good. Come down, do some arm swings if you need them. We're gonna work into our legs. First, we're just gonna go both legs straight down. Reach towards your toes. Good. And we'll nice and slowly roll up. I want you to take your time doing this. Feel your back rounding up by each vertebrae as you come. Feel a stretch. Excellent. We're gonna cross right leg over left, same deal. Reach down towards our toes. You should feel a pull in those lateral, your outside of your glutes, your hamstrings. Of course, hamstrings work very closely with your low back, so I feel some pull there. Come up, switch sides, same deal. Reaching down towards your toes. And we'll come up again. Now we're gonna kick one heel out in front of us. And then you can kind of sit back into that. You'll feel extra love in that glute that you're sitting back in that hamstring or that leg straight out in front of you. Good. And switch sides. Excellent. That is what I have for you ladies this Monday morning. If you feel you needed a little extra stretching, please take it.